morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever time it is. My name is MC Till with the Boom Bap Chat number 79. You see the MC here. He's a marvelous MC. We're going to introduce him and the other co-hosts in the room. But first, make sure you come visit us. Come see me in Cincinnati, Ohio, and head on over to Everybody's Records. They got a dope selection of vinyl. They have tapes, they have CDs, books, they have all kinds of stuff. Speaking of books, you know how we do. We have the books. We got the Boom Bap Review. This is volume 1 from a few years ago, and then volume 2 last year, and volume 3. You can get volume 3 right now, and you can save $4. Hey, who doesn't like to save money? And you can get the new project from Mas Marad, who I'm about to introduce. You can get his new album, it's a, EP, and it's super dope. It's boom bap, it's soulful, and it comes out in January. But you can get it if you pre-order the book for just $11 before Saturday, November 20th at boombapreview.com. So make sure you check that out. In the room with us, as always, we have Mas Marad. What's up, Mas?
Peace. What up, man? What up, Till? What up, Pro?
What up?
So excited about our guests we got tonight, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, man. I am too, man. I'm glad you're here for this one, Mas. As always, we have Profound in the building. What's up, Profound?
What's good, Till? What's happening, brother Io?
What up, though?
Marcus? Yeah, we got the young guest in the building. We clowning tonight, man. We get ready to hoop tonight. You know how we do.
This is the third night that we've had a Chicago guest on, so we're keeping that rolling for a few more Thursday chats. Tonight's guest is with that same vibe from Chicago. He's put out some incredible projects, 2 really dope projects within the past year. Just a really, really dope MC. So please join me in welcoming to the Boom Bap Chat, Philmore Greene. Yay!
Thank y'all for having me, man. Thank y'all for having me.
Dude, thanks for being here, man. We've been bumping your music. Man, you're making some marvelous music right now. So we're really excited, to have you.
Much more to come, man.
Yeah, man. Love to hear that.
Much more. Yeah.
Right on. Well, we want to show you some love, send you some flowers. So I'm gonna send it over to Mas to do that for us tonight.
Man, brother Philmore, man, I'm so honored to have you on the show. The first time I heard about you was, of course, through Chicago's very own CNN, GQ.
Yeah.
GQ was like, man, you got to check out my man Philmore. And I was like, all right. And then I talked to Fifth. It was like, man, you got to check out my man Philmore. I'm like, all right. And then Taiwan was like, man, you got to check out. So I was like, all right, man.
All homies.
Right. So I'm like, man, let me go check this man out. I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm from the South Side. And I was like, kind of find like, are he from the West Side?
Yeah.
So I just, man, much respect, much love for the music that you're putting out.
Thank you.
I appreciate you, man. Your message. It's like you have a canvas. I look at your music, it's like a movie. Like you, from start to finish, like you just paint a beautiful canvas and sound along with Rashid Hadee, man. Just amazing, man. So I just want to give you your flowers.
Thank you.
While you here, man, keep doing what you're doing. I see you all over the gram.
Thank you.
Moving and shaking and doing what you do. Man, just keep doing what you're doing, man. I appreciate the music. And like you said, there's more to come. We gonna be tuned in, bro.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Or the last time you gonna be on the Boom Bap Chat. So
we gotta do this. We gotta do this every project.
Yeah.
Every time y'all think y'all want to talk about some shit,
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? Like we gotta do this often, man. You know.
Yes.
I appreciate the flowers. You know, it's a bunch of hard work. You know, great, hard but fun. You know. I'll say it, you know, it get busy, but I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. That's the catalyst. Keep me going.
Absolutely.
So this is the Boom Bap Chat, and we've been last several episodes we've been asking our guests about that title, about that term boom bap, and what it means to them. So when you hear that phrase boom bap, what comes to mind, you know, for you? How do you describe that?
Boom bap is it's a way of life. You know what I mean? It's a sunny morning, and it's the beginning of a Spike Lee film. You know what I mean? Like boom bap is. It's a lot of ways I can explain boom bap to me, but it's beautiful. It's a great feeling. It's refreshing. You know, especially when it's done right, and when it's done wrong. it's still a great feeling because of the effort. But
yeah,
when I hear boom bap, when I think of boom bap, I think of like a beautiful sunny morning, man. It's a refresher. When you first wake up and you look outside and it's very sunny outside, everything's beautiful. That's the vibe I get when I think of boom bap.
That's dope.
That's
dope.
dope.
And that's kind. I mean, I wasn't thinking in those terms, but you described kind of how I was feeling earlier when I re-listened to Knowledge and Power, and that second joint came on. All That I Know. I was that's the joint right there. Yeah, I must. That beat comes on, that sample, everything about it is super dope. So I wanted to ask you, about your production. Who do you like? Who did Knowledge and Power? Was there one producer on that, or was it several different producers? And did you have a hand in it at all?
Yeah. Rashid Hadee produced all of the tracks but one.
Okay.
We have this formula we do when we go to the drawing board. We always want to show a producer some love, even though Rashid Hadee produces everything. We throw it off with one. You know what I'm saying? So. Chicago, a third world city, Neat did the one joint. We're trying to get it. And with Knowledge and Power, Rashid Hadee produced everything but the one joint, which is Bolo. And SC produced that one.
Okay.
Nice.
That's everything is entirely by Rashid Hadee, but those one.
Yeah. In today's world, like, if you didn't put out an album last week, sometimes people are like, yo, I need a new album from you, but your album last year, I think it was in December, the Survival Scroll.
Yeah.
That is a phenomenal album too. Who did the production on that one?
Oh man, we have that beat. I switched it up. Rashid did 2 beats on there. Kenny Keys did.
Oh, the guy Kenny Keys.
Kenny Keys did. Wait. See. I got it right here.
Prepared.
Y'all pay for it later. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go down the list, man. Live from the Metropolis, produced by my brother Luis Blue. He from overseas. One produced by Slade. I Love You, track number 4, produced by SC with the cuts by Fifth.
Star Child.
Dr. Sebi, produced by Aj Adams. He over in Germany. Nighttime Maneuvers 3, produced by the International MC. Time, produced by Kenny Keys. Gems and Bree, produced by Rashid Hadee. Watch the Beast, Dr. Mindbender. It's Gonna Be Okay. Cuts and produced by Fifth Element. And Generational Wealth, produced by Rashid Hadee.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
So,
nice lineup.
So that's an all-star lineup right there, man.
Yeah, man. I love that you have that, golden era boom bap essence, to your beats. That's my style right there. So I love that.
For real.
Yeah.
For real.
That's what I know we're gonna get into albums and everything later, but the moment of truth in that album that I heard the scratches and the snares and the way Preem had the swing. And I heard it and I fell in love with it, man. And I just said, this is the type of music I want to make. Like, I could write any type of music, but boom bap is the type of music that I'm going to make. And I made that decision when that project came,
No doubt.
Yeah. Dope. Before I throw it over to Profound for a lyrical question, I do want to bring up a few folks that are tuning in. GQ the teacher.
Shout out to
GQ. There we go.
My brother.
So
that's
thank you for tuning in. Yes, I appreciate you tuning in. We all do. And I like this one right here. Marcus, who always tunes in. Thank you, Marcus. Knowledge and Power, a great album. I give it 5 mics.
Facts.
That's super dope. So Marcus, thanks for checking out the album and providing that feedback. All right, Profound. Yeah, no doubt. All right, Profound, what's up, man?
Man, I don't actually have a lyrical question. I actually want to point something out in these massive bars that I'm listening to, brother, because you said something that caught my attention that I thought was really dope that we have in common. And it's it's from What's Your Motivation? Up in K-Town, brothers that kill you quick, never worry. Get dough, I inspire shooters like Stephen Curry. Landed the Braves, I stay in the field, never bleed. I do this shit on one leg, KD and Willis Reed. Come on, G. First of all, man, coming up as a kid, bro, like I'm a 74 baby. So I stomped through the grounds of 16th and Lawndale. So I know what's up with K-Town. So I'm from the west side through Evanston and then through Bolingbrook and all of that. So soon as you said that, I was like, wait a minute, let me rewind that. But man, the style behind it is dope. I usually ask a question, but I just wanted to point out, man, how dope you actually are. When I heard you, like I heard about you the same way, like through IO, like just through people from the crib. And then to actually hear you, I'm like, how is it that I was around and I didn't bump into this brother when I was back at home? But man, dude, I'm glad we didn't bump now, man. So man, salute to you again, man, because man, this is some incredible work, bro. And the question about boom bap, to me, I feel like Beautiful Picture is a definite dope way to define what boom bap is. The sonic sound of that joint, man, is just like I had to play that a couple of times too before I could keep going. So
there's there's three of them. You got Beautiful Picture 1, that's on one of my first in 2012 type joints, the Seal of Approval, featuring my homegirl Tila Robinson. And Beautiful Picture 2 was on Chicago, a Third World City, produced by Rashid Hadee, and that was featuring Natasha Robinson, and which is Tila Robinson's homegirl too. They like my sisters, you know what I mean? They very great vocalists. And Beautiful Picture 3 is on Knowledge and Power, and that's produced by Rashid Hadee, featuring Natasha Robinson. You know what I mean? So I love those records, man. And that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to paint that picture of not only the neighborhood and how, it's a beautiful place to be, even though sometimes it can be the worst. You know what I mean? So, and then the appreciation of hip hop. One of my videos on 2, I mixed in my appreciation for hip hop, photography, and where I'm from, that's what it is, so that was part of the reason those songs were created, to shed light on we beautifying hip hop, man. I'm an artist. I'm not sitting here looking, I don't got my mean mug on, I'm smiling. Everybody ain't tough, man, it's beautiful, and I can make songs like I Love You and Beautiful Picture 1, 2, and 3. It's gonna be okay, and still get respected by everybody, So that's a good spot, man.
Yeah. I'm reminded you worked with Sky Zoo a few times. I'm reminded of his song Beautiful Decay as you're talking just about the beauty where, a lot of people drive through places and they have stereotypes and they don't realize there's beauty. Places they may not think. And that song, Beautiful Picture 3, not just lyrically, but even the music just kind of paints a picture from the sample. I think Dilla used that sample too, if I'm not mistaken. And so I'm like, oh, where is this going? Because I've heard that before and it's beautiful. And then it goes into just a totally different place. And then the horns come in. It's just
that's Rashid Hadee, man.
Rashid Hadee, man.
He did it.
Right there.
The maestro right there.
Yeah. That's Hadee.
So, what's that? Sorry, Philmore.
He's a monster with it, man. Like this, I'm just blessed to be able to just go over his crib and just go through folders. Yeah, like it's stuff I got in my memo pad that's I can't wait to put out. But that's Rashid for you, bro. He got some shit.
Speaking of that, how did y'all meet? Like, how did you and Rashid connect? Like, what's the connection?
Man. It had to be about 2011. Maybe 2010, right? Jeff the Illest hit me. Jeff the Illest called me. I was somewhere in Cape Town, probably, I was with my homies chilling somewhere. And Jeff the Illest hit me and he was like, I got a record I want you to get on. And I hadn't known Hadee at the time. And didn't know Hadee lived so close to me. When Jeff told me the area, I was like, man, I'll be there. So I left the block. I was chilling on and with my homies and went over to Rashid's crib and we did a record called Classic Me.
Okay.
Classic Me featuring Crystal Lejeune and Leno from Project Mayhem. So that record, we did that one. Rashid loved the verse. He loved everything Jeff the Illest was selling him about me. And he was like, you know how people leave and they be like, yeah, we got to work again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Rashid, he's, okay, yeah, let's do it. So I'm like, cool. Didn't get his number. So we were at Sub T in like 2012. We connected in 2012. And I approached him like I do everybody. I approach people. I show love. If I like your music, I'm going to tell you that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I approached him. And we exchanged numbers on Twitter.
Okay,
the Twitter DM. And I still got it. So we exchanged numbers on the Twitter DM. And I would call him. Wait. Look at this.
You gotta answer.
Bro, that's crazy.
I'm literally giving you your flowers right now, bro. I'm doing an interview. I'm giving you your flowers right as you call. You on speakerphone. Say peace to the Boom Bap chat.
Peace, Boom Bap chat. What's good?
What up, Hadee?
Hadee. The God Hadee, man. Hey man, that brother was born dope, man.
For real.
That's crazy. I was literally just talking about you, bro, when you called.
Damn, that's crazy.
You know what that is. You know who that is.
Yeah, you on here with Ayamaz. He interviewed me. He wanted to interview us.
What up, Hadee?
What's good, brother?
What's up with you, bro?
Man, just chilling, man.
All right. That's what's up.
Long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man.
Man, somebody text Rashid the link, man.
Man.
Oh yeah. So you can hop on.
Y'all live?
Yeah, we live.
We live. Bro, so
He can come through.
Bro. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna text him.
Yep, same link I sent you. He can come through. Yeah, we'd love to have him on.
That's what's up.
Oh, that's dope. Oh man, look, see how y'all get down at the Boom Bap chat. You never know who gonna come through the doors, man.
You never know.
See, that's what happens. You got a room full of MCs, and oh man, cut it out, man.
Like I just love your energy, dog. Like just the first time I called you and reached out to you, I was just telling my wife, I was like, man, he just got good energy. Like, you know how you hear from people, they're like, yeah, this dude is dope. And then when you meet him, you be like, his energy was kind of, but your energy is like, you got just a beautiful energy, bro. Like, I just love that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You confident, but you humble at the same time. And you don't have to be like, you know what I'm saying, all cocky with it.
Nah,
I love that, man.
Thank you,
you
bro.
Confident. It's not that like you don't have confidence. You definitely are, and I love your confidence. But it's a humility to you too that's just beautiful to see.
Thank you.
I love your energy and your spirit, man. Like, ain't nothing but, like I told you on the phone, ain't nothing but goodness go happen for you, man. Like doors go open for real, bro.
We working hard, man.
I ain't mean to take us off track. Sorry.
No, we good, bro.
No,
I appreciate it, bro. Like it ain't, at the end of the day, bro, we people. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no big eyes and little U's, man. Like you could look at, there's a saying, you gotta. I'm going off track. Forget the saying, but there's no big eyes, little U's, man. Like we all the same people. We trying to get to a destination. Whether your destination might be to develop a 3-point shot, some that can be easily attained. Yeah. Everything can be easily attained, but we all going to a destination, bro. And I don't look at people different. You know what I'm saying? I was born with a gift. I wasn't born with it. I worked for a gift. I worked to be able to manipulate my words in a certain manner. Yeah. So I don't. Everybody, we all people, bro. The long and short of it all, bro.
Beautiful, bro.
It's I don't get that though. I don't get how people could. It's almost like when you're on like social media, right? Say you might hit up one of your favorite rappers,
right,
or R&B artists, anybody. They may have a few million followers, and they see everything though. They go through them shits, no matter what they say. But they respond to the negativity, but won't respond to the positive.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, they might troll and they'll respond to the negative
Yeah.
stuff, but won't respond to the love people give them.
Positive, absolutely.
Because there's been times I hit an artist in a DM and show love.
Yeah.
It clearly says when you've seen it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some of them don't even look. I don't know. It really don't matter to me, man. But I show love, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm gonna do. Like I don't. If you get in a bad spot with me, you deserve it. Because I don't real talk. For real.
That's what's up, bro.
That's how it is, man. Like you gotta show love to people, man. That's the only way you're gonna move forward.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of love, I want to show you some love. This is from our guy Mark McCauley, who is listen. He tunes in almost every Thursday. We appreciate you, Mark. He says, I didn't have a question. Just want to say thanks for the music. Been a fan a few years now. Enjoyed the new album. Covered social issues and also made tracks on the album that are motivation for the listener to get up and get something and make something out of themselves or out of nothing.
Thank you.
Yeah, and his favorite was Beautiful Picture 3. He really liked that joint.
The joint is dope, man.
And Follow My Lead. Yeah. So
thank you, man.
Yeah, so shout out to Mark on that one. Mas, you got anything on your mind, community wise?
Yeah, I know. Like as far as like being from Chicago, like I always had the idea that when I was growing up, you know, the stigma, the South Side. Like if you growing up on the South Side, they like don't go to the West Side because the West Side is XYZ. And then I met people from the West Side. They'd be like, well, don't go to the South Side because I heard. But when I got a job working at an after-school program, I'll never forget. It was on the West Side, and I was like, that's when I was like, man, the West Side ain't no different than the South Side. It's like it's the same thing.
Right.
It's got a different flavor, but it's the same thing. It's the same city, and they try to make it seem so. My question to you about community is like, I know like how I am. Chicago, South Side of Chicago is what shaped me and formed me into the person I am today. So how did the West Side community like shape and form you to be Philmore Greene, like who you are as a person and who you are as an artist?
Man, that's great, bro. Pardon me for looking down too.
You good, man. You good, man. Bro.
Yeah, I was texting Hadee the link.
Yeah,
but
good, bro.
The West Side of Chicago, there's so many memories, man, and they're so it's like I saw a lot. Like I was talking to my homie about it. You know, I was telling my homie how we grow up seeing everything, like literally, like when you hear me say I grew up 2 doors down from a crack house, that was truth. You know, and there was a lot coming out of that place, man. Like we coming up on that block and in that area, like I at a very young age, I witnessed gun violence, gang activities. I witnessed I knew what a transgender was at a young age because they were going inside of that house. It was I saw overdoses, dead bodies, like I literally like, bro. So, and it's not even trying to glorify it, it's just what it is, you know. There's certain instances, like I can call people right now, we could talk about that stuff. But that area made me, it turned me into a person to where as though I take things that I see and I study it. I study everything, like every detail from, you can be with a woman, and if you get married fast, and 9 times out of 10 it might not work because I've seen so many people in that area do it. If you, I tell, man, it's like that area in West Garfield Park, West Side of Chicago, it's like a movie. It's like a movie, and at the end of the day, living there, it's either gonna make you or break you.
Absolutely.
So I take everything that I saw coming up, all my experiences as well, and I put it over beats, and that's how I express myself. And you said it earlier, like you think of movies, and that's kind of what goes on in my head when I hear beats. I think of these little movie scenes, and I try to write it out the best way I can.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So that's definitely that's part of the process. But K-Town made me this very detail-oriented person. Because you have to do that. Like I will forget your name as soon as you tell it to me, but I can see your face and remember your face.
Absolutely.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can know I seen you somewhere, but I just don't. I wouldn't remember the name, but I remember your face, and it makes me that area has made me so detailed, where as though I look at my surroundings and I look at people, and it'd be kind of weird because I could be outside and I could be talking to a group of people, but not looking at any of them because I'm paying attention to the details that's not around me. That's out across the street. Who is this person? That area made me this very detail-oriented guy. So that's what it was, and that's how I was coming up. And I'm still that person today. I wouldn't change a thing, though.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely want to ask you about your name, but we want to introduce another name in here. We got Rashid Hadee.
Rashid
We got the God in the building. Hadee.
What's going on? Can you hear us, my man?
Yo,
Yeah.
What up,
There he is.
What
Do
up,
I have
bro?
to turn this sideways? How does work?
You good that way,
bro.
Whatever way you got it right now.
Hadee.
What up, Hadee?
What up, though?
What up, though?
How y'all feeling?
Good,
Man.
bro. Good to
Feeling
see
great.
you, bro.
Thanks for
Yes,
jumping in
sir.
here, man. We were giving Philmore Greene his props for this new album, Knowledge and Power, but half of those props, need to be extended to you as well. For the soundscape that you painted for him, man. Incredible beats on there, man. Incredible.
Absolutely.
Much appreciated, man. I appreciate the love. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt.
Bro.
So the name, I'm curious to know, Philmore Greene, is that your real name? Is that an MC name? Where that come from?
It's part of me. You know what I'm saying? Philmore Greene, my uncle, who's no longer with us. His name was Philip. My grandfather, who's no longer with us, his government name is Greene. Greene with an E at the end. The way I spell it, and Philmore. I came up heavy into woo, and I always wanted something to mean something. So I took that and I made an acronym out of the whole name. Philmore, PHILMORE, is placing hated instigators last, make obstacles real effortless. The Greene with an E at the end is grow righteously every day, expect nothing equal. When you place hatred and instigator last, and it make your obstacles very effortless, that means if you stay, you stay on, you keep that tunnel vision on, and you get to the goal, you get to the finish line. Because if you placing everybody last, if you turn around and run, what's gonna happen? You have to look and see where you're going. You're gonna fall, you're gonna slip, you're gonna stay off pace. And grow righteously every day, expect nothing equal. That's just, if you could teach yourself something new every day, you can't stay in the same spot, you can't go below, but you can only go upward. And that's what it's about. So basically about growth.
Growth.
That's dope. It's about growth, man. That's me.
That's dope.
That's real dope. Real dope. Yeah. So wanted to ask you both a question, and I want to piggyback off of a question that was submitted to us online from Marcus. He talked about what artist inspired you, and he's talking to you, Philmore Greene, about when he first listened to you, you reminded him of Capadonna, which is interesting.
That's a first.
Yeah, I know, that was interesting. But I'm curious to know for both of you, like, who are some artists that have inspired you just in general, and then also, who are some Chicago artists that have kind of influenced you over the years?
That's dope. That's a dope question.
You want to go first, Diesel?
Yeah, shit, yeah. Chicago artists that Chicago artists that influenced me.
Yeah.
You looking at one right here. I am Hustle Rock.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Man, bro.
I'm humbled by that, bro. Wow.
When I first moved here from Mississippi, first album had came out. The Deep Rooted.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's like that album. Stupid,
Crazy.
man. I was listening to that. I remember it came out like right when Little Brother dropped. So those two albums, your album and their album, I was listening to those two albums at that time, and that just kind of, inspiration. Just seeing, you know what I'm saying? seeing people out there doing something, making some dope music. I didn't know nothing about All Natural. I didn't know nothing about nobody. I didn't even I hadn't met you yet.
Right.
So I was just like, I had found, I think I found it on hiphopsite.com. That's why. That's why.
Oh, hiphopsite.com.
That's crazy.
I used to be on there.
Oh yeah. Same.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
So
but that's one. This is one inspiring artist right there that I looked at. And as a matter of fact, look, when the day I met Little Brother, that's funny. The day I met Little Brother, we were at the Double Door.
Yeah, I opened up for them.
Yeah.
See, I'll never forget that. Yeah.
I didn't even know you yet. And also on the bill was Taiwan Davis.
Yep, sure was. Yep.
And
so you
that's
met Taiwan and Amash at the same time.
I didn't even meet neither one of them that day.
Are you serious?
I didn't. I dapped y'all up, but we didn't you know what I'm saying, connect or nothing like that. I was just like, man, dope show, blah blah blah. But you were up there playing the drums and rapping at the same time. That just amazed me. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
that's a lot of syncopation going on right there.
I keep telling that, man.
That's some concentration, bro.
That's a lot of, man. That's some brain power right there, and that was just amazing. And then Taiwan get on stage. He had on like a suit, and he had like a beard.
Yeah, I remember that.
Killing it. He had rapped over this Kanye beat.
Yeah,
that was, and he murdered it. That song was so dope. I wonder if he still got that. But yeah, them two dudes right there, Taiwan Davis, Amos Marad, them two dudes that inspired me.
Wow.
Like early on, once I first started figuring out how to do my thing on the mic and record records and make some good hip hop music.
Wow. Yeah. I'm humbled by that. I never knew that, Hadee. Because I'm inspired by you, bro. Like, I look up to you. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget the first time I came to your house. The guest we had last week, Absolute Mindset. That was the first time I came to your crib to record a verse.
Talking about
Abstract Mindset.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Abstract. Yep. That's my apologies.
I know what you're talking
about. My apologies.
No, it's all good.
That group, I'll never forget. That was the first time I came to your house and recorded.
Yep.
Yeah,
we did that. That's, I believe, I don't know. I think that's the day I met. That's when I finally met you. Yeah. That day. Yeah. I think so. My memory I could be lapsing over.
You was living on the 9. You was on Chatham. You was living on the 9.
Yep. 79th and King Drive.
Man,
that's crazy. What's up, bro?
Yeah.
Showing love. A lot of flowers tonight. Deep rooted. Fire.
Yeah.
Ian Charles. He knows. And I want to give a shout out to Rashid Hadee here real quick for this album. I don't know if you can see it. I put it in the book a few years ago.
Yes.
Oh, joint right there.
Yeah.
That's a dope joint right there, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you putting me in the book, man. That shit was an honor, man. Like, that's gonna be here forever.
I know. That's why we do it, man. Boom. Yeah. He was in volume 2 right here. Volume 2.
Yeah.
And that joint, the beat you did for the new Sky Zoo album, man, that was the joint.
That was a slap, Joe.
I real quick, I want, before we ask Philmore Greene about his influences, that beat you did for Sky Zoo, I forget the name of it, like the brass ensemble or whatever that came in.
Oh,
did you interact with that, or was that all on Sky Zoo's end?
That was on Sky Zoo's end. I just laid down the foundation of the song. Sky Zoo had some ideas, and I just brought them to life, man. And that's all that song started with, because I believe he had the concept first. Like he actually read a book called Bed-Stuy is Burning, and that just sat on his heart. So he had already had the concept in mind. And the way he orchestrated that song, like by pulling me in to lay the foundation, the groundwork for the beat and all of that, and then adding hypnotic brass on top of it.
Right.
He's a visionary, man. Like he
Tell him how he heard the beat though.
Oh man, yeah. Oh, when he first heard the beat, it was a show we did at We had Bourbon on Division. Yeah, we had did a show up there, and I was doing a beat set. So Skyzoo was upstairs in the green room, and I'm playing my beat set, and then the song has that children grow and women produce it has that. So I have a beat that I would play during my beat set that has that like intro on there. So the beat comes on, and when the music dropped, it actually had a totally different beat to start out with. It was a different beat, different everything, but that intro is what sold him. So he heard that. As soon as the beat dropped, he come running down the stairs like, "Yo, what is that? What is that?" He's like, "That, I'm that."
Wow.
Middle of his beat set though.
Yeah.
Wow. That's dope. That's dope.
Everybody that hear him, he come down, he got to record it, and that was dope.
Yeah, that is dope.
How that came together.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Dope. Philmore Greene, how about you, man? Who are some of your musical influences, both in and out of Chicago?
In Chicago, definitely Rashid Hadee. Like I have been listening to Rashid Hadee before we even met. You know what I'm saying? And I knew about it, and I of course, Dreams. I used to open up to Rashid Hadee beats before I even met him. Shit, that was one of my opening, you know what I'm saying? I used to rap over that at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
But Rashid Hadee, Rashid put me on the IMOS, and I did the knowledge and noticed his brilliance.
Wow.
It's a bunch, man. Yeah. Twister, of course, Lupe with
Twister.
Mick Luda.
Yeah,
I could be naming all day, bro. And then we go out of Chicago. Of course, the Wu-Tangs, the Hoes, the Nas, the Big Puns.
Yeah.
The sharpshooters with it. The guys who rap and every word matters. You know what I'm saying? Those guys, man. I can go Ghostface, Mobb Deep, Prodigy, of course, Evidence.
Evidence.
I can go on and on, man. But that whole golden era.
Yeah. And it's so crazy because when I listen to your music, I hear the influences. I don't hear them, but I can hear how the influenced you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To write what you write. I'm like, yo, you are like, them some great teachers, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Thank them. That's it right there.
That's not me.
Yeah, really. And to Iomas's point, like, I can't, like, a lot of, MCs come on, but like, oh, I hear such and such in him. But with you, it's just like, that's Philmore Greene. Wow. I can't really pinpoint who he sounds like. You don't really sound like anybody. You're Philmore Greene, Yes. Yeah. So I know y'all. What's that? I'm sorry. So I wanted to throw up GQ here. I know y'all appreciate this. Fun times at Rashid's studio when he used to live at 79th. I still remember when I was there with Iron Moss, Marad, and is that Bus Crates?
Yeah, Bus. Yeah. Another dope producer.
Yeah.
Shout out Bus Crates, Pittsburgh finest.
A lot of Chicago in the house tonight. So Skyzoo's name was brought up. I brought him up a few times. And he has a song on his new album called I Was Supposed to Be a Trap Rapper. Have you heard this joint?
Heavy.
Yeah. I'm just curious, Philmore Greene, do you resonate with that song? Because your music is very soulful, boom bap, kind of jazzy like Skyzoo. But then you talk about some things in your music. And so I'm just curious to know how you resonated when you heard that song from Skyzoo.
Damn near like he was speaking for me as well. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Skyzoo, we're somewhat, we have a lot in common. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's before, like, I had written Beautiful Picture 2. I had Beautiful Picture 2 before The Beautiful Decay. You know what I'm saying? And as you mentioned earlier, I had written it before I even heard that record.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was crazy. I had the idea before I had written that record. But it was like it was for me because a lot of my homies coming up used to try to get me to rhyme over the trap beats and talk about this and talk about that. I couldn't do it, man. I got reference tracks out and rapped over that I would sell to somebody, but I would never rap. I would never put it out, but it's damn near like it was supposed to be for me as well. So it's sad. It's one of my favorites. One of my favorites off the project.
So I can understand like if you don't want to say a certain thing because there's integrity involved in what you say. Right. As far as style wise, though, I love boom bap to death, but if trap is selling, that's the popular thing, it's a way to get your message across. Why, for you personally, why wouldn't you use more trap beats yourself?
I wouldn't use trap beats, but I would rap over beats with with different drums. I'm not opposed to it. Just like I'm not opposed to rapping over beats without drums. Yeah. I gotta be willing to rap over. I gotta be open to rap over beats with different drums. Yeah. So, but no disrespect to all the trap rappers, but I think like it's got to give me a feeling. If it don't give me that feeling, I won't. I'll probably start it or I'll force it, but it won't go too far.
It's the Hadee drums.
Like I said right before Rashid called, I'm blessed to even be able to go over his crib and just go through folders. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if that continues, like everything he got in the archives will be rapped over. You know
and I want to say the only trap beats that he do rap over when he do rap on trap-ish type of beats is mine. So
right. Yeah. But it's like, man, bro, like he right. You know what I mean? Like we could do it. We're artists.
Right.
We got joints with me and Philly on it. That's it's hard, man. It'll be coming out.
It's coming out.
We're not gonna sit on that joint for too much longer.
No,
right on, man.
But it's trapping the Hadees away. It's not like I'm not, what I'm saying. It's not what you think,
Yeah. I mean, my thing is just, I just appreciate artists that have something to say that's thoughtful. If it's if the beat isn't my cup of tea, that's fine. If it's getting through and getting into people's ears and minds and challenging people, that's what's up. So I appreciate that. Iomas Profound. Anything on your minds you want to ask about?
Man, I want to give Rashid some props right now because I'm still stuck on. What's up? What's up, my brother?
I'm sitting here. I hadn't even looked over there yet.
Hey, look, I ain't even told him how we used to work together and didn't even know we was working together at the hospital and all of that, man. So, man, bro, I'm still stuck on Surrender, dog. Bro. When I first heard that, I think it was on Mass Hysteria. Was it Mass Hysteria mixtape? Chicago Underworld mixtape or something like that?
Yeah, they did put it on the mixtape. Sure did.
Man, dude, bro, that's been in my rotation ever since then. Like when I first heard that, and I still, man, Surrender, bro. Like, yeah, man, I'm all your joint. It's like now you got a specific sound, which I think is really, really dope. It's like, how when people say Pete Rock, you kind of know what that sound is. And it's like when it's Hadee, I know what that sound is. It's like No ID and Doug Infinite. That you got your own sound, dog, and it's absolutely incredible. If I ain't told you, I'm telling you now. The sound is just dope, man. And I just appreciate it, man. And I had to give you props on Surrender because I never was able to. But it's still in my rotation, G.
Man, much love and respect. I appreciate it.
And another thing too about Hadee, like you hear all the producers that rhyme, that's like ambitious with that make beats, and Hadee ain't no slouch on that mic, boy. That boy. I love every time I hear Rashid rhyme, man. It's a breath of fresh air, bro. Yeah. I'm like, and I be learning, like, okay, I need to get that to that level. You know what I'm saying?
If you think Rashid, if you think he spent time making the beat and you just gonna get on the track and you think you just gonna get on there and take him lightly because he's a producer,
no, don't do it, bro.
People, he'll kick you in your ass.
Right. Hey, Philmore, I wouldn't advise you do that, bro.
You don't. A lot of when you think of certain, it's not that many.
Yeah.
Producers / MCs. It's really not that many.
Yeah.
But it's not that many that do it well either.
Exactly.
That's what I didn't want to say that because you ain't want.
It's not that many that do it well. Like Rashid could be like he an MC.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it's not he's a producer that happened to he's an MC. You know, he produced. Like,
so
I try to stay away from that producer on the mic type of lane. You know, like you know what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe cats might rap about the equipment they use or something like that. I'm not but it's a difference because when you're talking about more like life stuff and your experiences, and also having that syncopation when you rap to the rhythm, you know, that's the difference from what I view as being a producer on the mic, because it's more of a conversation thing. You know,
yeah, dope. That's dope to be able to jump into those two worlds, though.
Absolutely, and doing both exceptionally well. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
Yo, so I have a fun question I'd like to ask. Whenever we have a producer and an MC, and now we have two MCs and one producer. So the film, I'll ask you first, Philmore. If Rashid Hadee had to produce an album for another MC, what MC would you pick for him to produce for?
Any MC?
That's a great question.
Yeah, any MC.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Who do you think you would sound, inspired for?
Oh man,
can we all answer that question?
Yeah, sure.
I ain't gonna even lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Damn, I only get one.
I mean, no, it's not like a test. You can say more than one. We'll give the test.
I would say Ghost.
Ooh,
Ghostface.
Yes.
Ghostface.
Yeah.
I would say, because respect to this artist, but they criticize him. He's one of my favorites. But they criticize Nas for having bad tasting beats.
Wow.
So I would say Nas.
That would be.
That's who was on my mind. Nas. I would love to see Hadee and Nas.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They got one song. Know that,
and
what's that?
But it wasn't necessarily like a beat. You know what I'm saying? It was like a band replayed my beat, so it's not like.
Oh really?
Yeah, the Fashion song with Aloe Black and Nas.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Something to Believe in. Yeah, that's my beat.
He produced that.
Wow. You did that beat?
Yeah, it's produced by DJ Khalil because he probably produced the record, but I did the beat.
I love that beat, man.
Yeah.
That's a phenomenal album too by Fashion. Man, that's dope.
He got a whole video where he breaking it down.
Wow,
that's dope.
My brother Rashid, he just checked in.
Well, peace, Rashid.
Peace. Put him up there. Oh, I like this. He says, a match made like High Tech and Quali. Yep.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. All right, Iomas, you wanted to jump in. Oh yeah, go ahead.
It's two people Philmore didn't mention, and he always say, "Man, I wish you could do a whole project. I'm gonna try to hit up so and so to try." He want two people. He want a Skyzoo and Hadee project.
Yes.
And Hadee project.
Yeah. All tripping. 50 Cent, bro. 50 Cent.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Wow.
And it just reached. It just as of lately, I've been wanting to see Rashid Hadee Elzai project.
Oh yes. All right. You know what? Just putting it out there, and Skyzoo said it. What was it? The Barrel Brothers. The way that came about, someone put it on Wikipedia before it even happened, and then they read it and they're like, "Oh, okay, that sounds dope." And then they did an album together. So I'm gonna put it out there. Maybe someone can put it on Wikipedia. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Skyzoo Elzai album produced by Rashid Hadee. That would be the album of the century right there.
I think Kanye, I think that'd be dope too for Hadee.
I thought about Kanye
collab with Ye.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Because Hadee get him back on that
college
dropout demonstration. Like he'll get him back to that, bro.
Yeah.
Right now, he's somewhere in Saturn. No disrespect to Ye, but he's somewhere. Hadee bring him back. Like, come on, man. Let's go back to the Louis Vuitton backpack, bro, and the low with the, you know what I'm saying? Hadee bring him back, bro. If nobody else could do it, Hadee could bring it.
He's gonna make Ye grab that pink polo back,
bro. Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying,
pink
bro.
polo back out.
For real. He'll make him pull that boy back out of retirement, bro.
Yeah. Kanye will if I work with Kanye, he would probably ask me to leave. Because I would, man. Look, I'm gonna bring that real out of man. Yes, we ain't have to be making no experimental,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know where you gotta like kind of adapt to what you're listening. I mean, you know, not necessarily adapt, but like you gotta kind of compensate for your patience a little bit because you know what you want to hear. You know what you want to hear. We all know what we want to hear coming from Kanye.
Right.
So he would probably ask me, Lee, like, man, I'm about to lose money fucking with you, man. I need to.
I think he had that. Go ahead, Philmore. Go ahead. Say what you did.
That happens. I think if Kanye would make something like that, I know it's kind of off topic. I think he would make more.
That's what I'm saying.
It don't matter to him what he make right now because he already
right.
But I think it would be definitely the album of the year.
It would be, bro.
You know, and that's to piggyback off of that, Philmore Greene. I always think about that. Like, you know, you brought up Nas earlier and his beat selection, and people say, well, you got to let him grow. Yeah, I mean, he's a grown man. He can do whatever he wants. He's not going to, you know, listen to me and tell him what he should do. But I always think about artists like that. Like, why not go back and make another Illmatic? Like, why not go back and get like 10 just like back to the essence, breakbeat driven sample, like very similar to that style.
Right.
You know, why not go get the original 10 producers?
Yeah, but you know your diehards would eat that up. You know,
but it's like Guru said. It's like Guru said on the album that Philmore mentioned, "Moment of Truth." He's like, we keep the same formula, we kept the same blueprint, we stick to the same blueprint. But people just move away from that. Like, keep the same blueprint. Like,
it's one of the albums, bro.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what Philmore is demonstrating. Like, why would I leave Hadee when me and Hadee making gold right now? That'd be like, I'm sticking with what I know. But
Jay-Z,
I don't know why they do that, bro.
Well, Jay-Z has an album called The Blueprint.
The Blueprint, exactly.
So, I mean, you know, the title, The Blueprint. This is how we get to where we want to go.
I mean, that's one of the reasons we do this show. We do the books because we are putting our stock into what we want more of. You know, so we're listening to your album, you know, Knowledge and Power, and say, yo, this is a dope album. We want more of this, you know, from artists. If you put out albums like this, we're gonna write about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're having you on the show. You know, we're trying to take back that power. So I want to throw Ian Charles up. He made a good point. Yeah. We had Abstract Mind State on last week, so I wanted to bring this in. Kanye gave us some glimpses with sample-based tracks on Abstract Mind State's album. Yeah, I think that's
still
true.
inspired. Dope.
Dream still inspired. That's a
Facts.
But come on, man, look who's picking the beats out. You got
Old School
Ice and EP.
That's true.
They not gonna settle. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get them joints. You know.
Yeah.
You know. They, at least the best that they can get from him. They're gonna get that.
That's true. That's a good point. So we're gonna flip the question here in just a moment. You can think about this, Philmore Greene. So now, if you could pick one MC, we already did that one. Now I'm confused.
Did you give an
answer? Pro fan, did you want to throw an answer in there?
Man, I got two MCs. One is Mos Def, and one is Master Ace.
That would be dope. Yeah, man, what story would Master Ace create?
Man, that's what I'm saying. The way that Ace paint pictures with his albums, stop.
That would be nuts.
Yeah,
bro.
Most definitely, man. He's a legend. He's a legend.
Right. So now we're gonna flip it. I was a little lost earlier. Okay, Hadee, now you get to pick a producer for Philmore Greene's next album. Can't be yourself. One producer for his next album. Who would you pick?
Actually, I got several. I would love to. I love to hear Philly over some J.R. Swift. Y'all up on J.R. Swift?
Oh yeah, he's been on the show before.
Family,
yeah. I would love to hear project. You know, with them. You know, Yeah, Crisis. I would love to hear him over some Crisis. I think Crisis would lace, because just think about that Jericho Jackson album.
Yeah,
and
it's a
then
dope album.
it's really the beats, you know.
Yep.
It's not, you know, I ain't saying he's just gonna kill Hell's Sound. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that his take on it would like put a whole nother dynamic on, you know. Yeah, so that's why I think he'll sound good on some Crisis. Yeah, man.
I agree.
Well,
like Crisis.
J.R. Swift, he's supposed to have been sending me a beat for like 3 years now.
Put it out there.
All right. I don't know who's making beats today that sound very similar to like mid-90s DJ Premier, but like that really hard-hitting kick, crisp snare, the sample chops that are like kind of uplifting. I would love someone like that to do a full album.
Nice,
with
simplistic. Drum driven beats with you can just a little sound effect in there if you want to, and it still will sound like a DJ Premier beat, you know. Like that's my dude. That's my number one right there. You know, my number one influence on the beats.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Like, I remember that time. I forget where we was, Hadee, and I forget where we was, Sonotex somewhere, and they put on that Pete Rock. You know the one I'm talking about, the one he rhyme over where he on the Soul Survivor. Put 7 ill beats, put them in a line. You rhyme that whole, bro, and we was going nuts.
Yeah,
and we made the DJ play it again. Like, hey, play that joint again.
That's a joint.
Number one.
Brother.
All time.
So I want to know, like, who is like your influences? Like, you said Premier, but like, who are some other influences that like influence you as far as like production wise? I know Pete is one of them. I think Pete is one.
Yeah. He was definitely one of my early influences for sure. Pharrell. I love like hearing Pharrell's music, man. It just put me in the zone. I love his chord progressions, you know, in his songs and stuff like that, like on the Nerd albums, and you know, of course his solo project that he did, In My Mind, one of my favorite albums of all time, man. Who else? Of course, J Dilla, of course. All day, you know. Man, I got a lot of influence. Ninth Wonder. Ninth Wonder, he's a big influence of mine. You know, because like I said, like when I Am Oz first came out and Lil Brother, that music during that time is what really influenced me, you know, the most. You know, like it just put a battery in my back. You know, when I first heard Ninth Wonder, it was relatable, you know, because he actually was using the same software I was using to make, you know, it wasn't really that common to use a computer.
Right.
At that time, which is crazy. Like now, but people weren't using computers like that to even record. Like he was still going to studio.
Right.
You know, so when Ninth Wonder, when I first found out about him, I'm like, man, because I could tell we had the same influences, like High Tech and Pete Rock and Premier, you know, Dilla, you know. That mixture, that impression that it left on him was similar to the impression it left on me. So, like, when I first heard his music, I was like, oh, man, I could really do this. Let's go. So, man, Ninth Wonder, big influence on me.
Who would you say is some of your influences from Chicago as far as like production wise? Like,
man,
like, SC.
You know, he did the joint on your album.
Yep.
What's the name of that? What's the name of it? I can't think of the song title.
What is it? Show and Prove.
Show and Prove. Yeah, Show and Prove. SC, when I didn't even know he made that beat until like last year.
Oh wow. Are you serious?
I used to always jam that record. Like that's my favorite song on the album. I didn't even know I said it figures anything coming out of Chicago, it's either SC or like Panic or one of them dudes like that. You know.
Yeah. Shout out to those guys. SC Panic.
Yeah.
Who is another Panic in them old men.
Yeah, old man. Yeah.
You know, when I was still in Mississippi jamming and them, like, cause music used to be on hip hop site as well in Sandbox Automatic. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I used to be rocking with them. That How We Chill Part 2, man.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that?
Rhyme and Juice. That's a classic, boy.
Come on, man. What's up with the DJ, man?
I be banging that boy today.
Y'all step it up, man. Why y'all ain't playing that record? Maybe somebody is. I don't know.
I was playing that joint just the other day, getting ready, bro. That's a start your day joint.
Yeah.
Early morning.
Yeah, bro.
Part 2.
Really. Yeah, that joint.
And that Juke record, oh man. That doom.
Oh yeah. Yep, that joint cold too.
I'm so bad with some titles,
yeah, that joint cold too. I know exactly the one you talking about. Yeah.
Influential records, man. Influential. Very, very.
Well, before we move off the production question, this is a great question from GQ. Can the streets get an Iomos, Murad, Philmore Greene profound collab with Hadee on the beat?
Okay.
He wants an answer tonight.
Man, that's easy. You got to do that record.
Yeah, that's easy.
That's easy. Count me in.
That'll be crazy.
That have on stage, man. All three of y'all on stage at the same time.
That'd be nuts, bro.
I am Moss on the drums and shit.
Yeah, I don't even want to rhyme. I just play the drums and then you and Philmore go loose, like Pro and Philmore, and then Hadee. I just be in the zone playing the drums, bro. Let me get my Phil Collins on.
Nah, you got to do D-Rooted.
That can happen though. That's light right there. Yeah, it's just on us to do it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah.
That definitely can happen.
Well, we just put it in the universe. I'm down.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So if you're just tuning in, the album that they just came out with, Philmore Greene, Knowledge and Power is the album, produced most entirely by Rashid Hadee. And if I'll go to you, Philmore Greene, first, but let's say someone they don't know you, they sit down, they listen to your album, they get up, they walk away from it. What do you want them to walk away with after listening to your album?
Another I want them to walk away with some fresh air. Air. I want them to walk away with the west side of Chicago. I want them to walk away with the corner store I went to as a kid. I want them to walk away with the feeling, the same feeling you get when you step foot on those blocks in that area. Summer times from as a kid, from the 90s to the early 2000s to now, with some of the gentrification and everything going on. I want them to step foot away. If you haven't been to Chicago, I want them to taste the mild sauce. You feel me? That's it. Like I want people around the world to be able to feel what I felt growing up, growing in the area. It's every little detail and every specific about all the particulars about the west side of Chicago and Chicago alone, man. I want them to walk away with some intellect, with some gems, quotables. Just walk away with a bundle of shit you're gonna revisit and you're gonna pass down, man. It's like what we do is art.
Yeah.
And she gonna appreciate, you know what I mean? So that's what it is. I want them to walk away with that piece of fine art that they gonna hold for keepsake, get to their grandchildren, great grandchildren.
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope. Hadee, anything you would add?
Oh man, as far as like what I want people to take away from what they get from my music.
Yeah. Specifically this album, Knowledge and Power.
Oh man. Shoot, man. Like the main thing I want people to do is just exactly what Philmore said is just take a trip through Chicago with us, take a trip through our experiences, everything we saw. And yeah, man, that's it. Just be a part of this culture. Just get an experience of this culture. This lifestyle that we experience day to day.
Yeah.
Right.
And I hope other artists, that are making music right now, hear this album and other albums that y'all put out, and are inspired to to write in a certain way. Because Al Masa and I talk about this a lot. Like, Philmore Greene, you definitely talk about violence in your music. There's definitely stories that you paint, but you do it in a way that I think is, inspiring, thoughtful, and it's like we want more of that. Like, there's a lot of artists talking violence, and it's just like violence for violence sake almost. It's like,
and I don't call it violence. I call this violence. It is, but at the end of the day, the caveman foundation root to the shit is it's the truth.
Yeah, right.
Because it's a different way of doing it. It's all violence, but it's a different way of doing it. Like, I can say, I'm not on there saying I shot 40 motherfuckers last week at the store, went back the next week and shot another 10. I'm not saying that. I'm giving you instances and stuff that can happen and shit that will happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I hope I'm making sense, bro.
No, totally. I mean, totally. Terrible things happen in the world. They happen, and it's like if you've lived through some terrible things or you've seen some of these terrible things, you don't want people, like, it's almost like people are glorifying. You don't want it glorified. You want people to talk about it because it needs to be addressed and dealt with and discussed, and we need to come up with answers. But we don't need people like excited about it, like, like you said, like almost bragging, that you killed all these people. Like, man, I can't, man. I'm not gonna tell somebody else what to make or what not to make. That's on them. But just when I hear the music, there's just certain lyrics today. It's just like, oh man, I don't know, man.
A lot of cats program like that. Like how he was saying earlier, like how some producer MCs, all they talk about is what they making beats off of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's some dude that all they can talk about, you're not gonna hear Too Short talk about some shit Qualia talk about.
Right, yeah.
Too Short, you're gonna talk about some pimping, some bitches. That's what you're gonna hear from Too Short.
Right.
But that's the thing. Everybody, it's like a newspaper. You got certain sections. You got certain people writing in the sports section, entertainment. Some people report the latest things happen in politics. Every rapper has their own thing that they
true.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. When you find that's the trick to it, really. But once you find something, your subject that you like to talk about, even if you do just like rapping about rapping, like a lot of people, a lot of your fans might be rappers too.
Yeah.
Right.
You might want to reach only, like that.
So, and then when you go over to the trap world, that's probably all they know to rap about. Killing and smoking packs, and you know what I'm saying, and that's what they go through. That's their testimony.
Right. Yeah. No doubt. And I guess for me it's about balance. I listen to a lot of hip hop music and a lot of stuff on the boom bap. Like, it's just like, man, I want some of these cats that are more programmed or like, or talking about a very singular thing about killing and whatnot. Like, I want them to hear your music, be like, oh, okay, I can still talk about these things, but I can do it in a way that's a little bit more, I would say maybe more productive. You know what I mean? But,
because I just feel like it's needed, like more voices like yours. Profound, myself. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's more voices like that that's needed. For the shorties that's coming up. Because for me, when I was growing up, if I was growing up in this age and I got a hold to your album, it would inspire me just like it did when I heard KRS or when I heard, you know what I'm saying, a Rakim or, other artists like that. So I just feel like in this day and age, we need those type of artists for the young people that's coming up today. Like, you don't have to per se necessarily go that way. And if you do go that way, it's your choice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you can show other aspects of who we are, especially as Black men. You know what I mean?
It's a way of doing it. It's
Yeah,
a way of
it's
doing
a way
it.
of doing it.
Because even shit, even KRS had the Uzi.
Oh yeah,
Man.
absolutely,
He
absolutely.
even had it. That was a Mac or Uzi. I gotta look at the cover. He had the pistol on the cover. So it's like it's just how you do it, you know, how you present that shit.
For sure. For sure.
Totally true. Totally true.
For sure.
I have one more question, and I'm Pro fan. If you have anything else, you can jump in. But I have one more question before we get into some fun with some music, some albums, classic albums. Is non hip hop related. You know, life can be stressful. You know, things happen. A lot of things happen in the world. And when things are like stressing you out, a lot of anxiety going on, what do you go to just like unwind and recharge and refresh?
We'll
go with you, Philmore Greene. We'll go with you first, and then Hadee.
Well, me, I go to music. I go to music. I listen to a lot of old school music. You know, when I dig, I don't dig from a producer perspective, but I dig when I dig for stuff that I really listen to.
Yeah,
it might be a Keith Sweat. It might be, you know, some most things producers won't purchase, but because I dig from that perspective, and that's why I go to music. Has always been my outlet.
Yeah,
music is me making the music too is therapeutic to me. So I go to music, you know, when I need to just clear myself, whether I'm just listening to the music or I'm writing the music. It's music, you know what I mean? So that's my outlet.
Yeah, that's dope. Are there newer artists that you get into, or is it more older artists?
As of lately or overall?
Just overall.
Oh man, old artists. Like I listen to I listen to everybody. I give every genre, everybody get a shot at my tape deck, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I listen to a lot of Patrice Rushen. I love, you know, if I go through my music catalog as far as the playlist goes, it's over 300 records, all old school joints. You know what I'm saying? Like sleepers and songs that my mom haven't heard in years, forgot about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we sit and talk all the time about old records. And I put on shit she haven't heard in years. Right. So yeah, music is my outlet, man. I listen to a lot of I give everybody a shot, like new artists. It's so many artists, man. There's so much stuff I listen to. It's like, how do I have time to do it?
Yeah, you know? And there's a lot of music coming out these days.
A lot of music.
Yeah, and I like Marcus's comment here. Like Eric Sermon said, I wish music could have died. Yeah.
Based off what Philmore said, shout out to my beautiful wife. My wife always asks me who's going to be on the show today. And so my wife is a researcher, so she Googled a Sun Times article of you, and she said, I thought that's beautiful that he takes his daughter to go record shopping. Shout out, you know what I'm saying, to you for doing that. You know what I mean?
Katie Bug all over the place. She got sneakers and shit. She everywhere, man.
That's beautiful, man. That's dope.
She's everywhere.
That's great, man. That's great.
That's Katie Bug, man. You know.
What made you?
Yeah,
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No. I said Rashid to tell you, bro. She's not your average 5-year-old.
Okay.
She's not.
What made you do that? Like, what made you decide to I'm just gonna start taking my daughter with me digging? Like,
because I've been given records. I've been given records from a few people. Or offered to get records even before I started digging. I don't have a big catalog, but there's a few times people know I do music and they ask me, like, you want these records? You know, my homegirl, her pop passed and she don't know what to do with them. Okay. So I'll be thinking like, okay, what's something me and my daughter could do that she can have for keepsake, you know, and have from me, and we can cherish that stuff together. You know, she can say she was with me when we did that. Now, some people may go play catch at a park or some shit like that, but what's a better way for me to bring her into my world, and that's you know, every time I get a chance to take her to the record store with me, I'll do that. You know,
that's dope.
And she can have it all. You know,
Yeah, that's dope.
And then we got our own. She got shit with me, Uncle Hadee, with our name on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's only right. You know,
Right.
That's beautiful. Thanks for sharing that, man. That's dope.
Yeah.
Doubt, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hadee, how about you? How do you unwind, recharge?
Well, of course, other than going to a stack of records with a few beers, you know, that's probably
the beer necessities.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong.
Yeah, man. Other than that, you know, I love just being like downtown. You know, just walking downtown and stuff like that to, you know what I'm saying, kind of clear my brain, you know, even though I know it's busy, but it's like a beautiful mess, you know.
Right.
You know, I'm talking about downtown Chicago, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I like to just go there and, you know, either just riding around listening to music, you know what I'm saying, riding down Lakeshore Drive.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. That's what I like. That's what I like to do. I mean, other than, of course, you know, stack of records, about 4, 5, 6 brews. You know, you know, my bass guitar that you see in the background, all that. You know,
that's dope. Yeah,
Dope.
Look
at all that work on Hadee wall back there, though.
What's that?
Look at all that work hanging up on that wall.
Yeah, I see.
I see that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that ain't all of them. I still got to get my copies for a few projects.
Well, we always, speaking of projects, we always like to end the night celebrating some music that we love. But Iomas and Profound, any last thoughts or questions you wanted to put out there?
Flo, you got some?
Good.
Yeah.
No, I'm ready to play the game, man. You know, we ready. You know, we get ready to get into it.
All right. So the way we play this, Hadee and Philmore Greene, you'll be the contestants on the show. It's called One Word. I'll show you an album, and you try to describe the album or what the album makes you feel in one word or less. All right. All right. Okay. We got a few. We got a first round and then a bonus round that we'll do. All right. So, all right. First album up is Murder Music or Mob Music by Mobb Deep. And we'll go Philmore Greene, we'll go you first and then Hadee.
Dirt.
Dirt.
The grind, the grittiness.
Yeah, definitely. Hadee?
Jacktown. That's the first thing come to mind for me. Now, Jacktown, when I say Jacktown, I'm talking about Jackson, Mississippi.
Okay. Where you from, right? So you said?
I'm from here, but I grew up there. You know, I lived there like damn near 10 years of my life, you know. So, but that automatically takes me, you know, riding my Hyundai Elantra that I used to have, you know. Riding down Lynch Street, Highway 80, Highway 18, McDowell. I'm you know, I lived in South Jackson, but yeah, man, that's what that album do for me.
Is this either your favorite album from Mobb Deep?
Mine.
Is it yours?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I find that interesting because obviously most people say the infamous "Some People Hell on Earth," but it's this. Why is it this one for you?
That one is it because that was a big year for me. You know what I'm saying? You got like that came out 98.
Around there,
98, 99.
Yeah,
that era, 98, 99, 2000. Like my high school years.
Okay.
I found a lot of this is when I started to grow into myself as an artist within that time, and I was just studying it, and I was studying how it's one of the records on there with Cormega, right before Cormega rap.
Yes.
I would rewind that one part to watch that bass hit 3 times before Cormega dropped.
Yes, I know you're talking about. What's your man?
It was that's grittiness, man. You hit a dirt on every record, and it's just, you know, that's what popped up in my mind first. Yeah. Dirt, like that. That's my favorite Mobb Deep record, bro.
That's cool.
And it's like my introduction to them. You know.
Oh, dope.
Oh, word.
Because I was younger when all the other stuff came out, so I had to go back and really get that because I was backlogged, man. When I first
nothing wrong with that.
backlog, I had to
you
go
start
study
where you
everything.
start.
Start where you start. So we're gonna
Yep.
backlog a little bit with this next one going down south to Texas. This is The Diary by
Ooh,
Scarface.
you go first, Hadee.
Yeah, Hadee.
What the first word that come to mind? You said.
Yeah.
Oh man, what? How can I describe it? I say Washington Boulevard. It's 2 words.
That's all right.
That remind me of my crib I grew up in. You know, when I was, you know, what I'm saying, shorty. You know, I remember playing that on my radio. I used to record it off. I recorded what was that joint on there? I forgot, but I recorded it off the radio, and I used to jam that. You know, I never like back then. Like a lot of albums, like I still don't have a copy of that.
Wow.
But you know, a lot of albums I couldn't even get because I was, you know, they had the parental advisory,
Right.
even though that don't even matter now.
Right.
Doesn't matter. Now put that label because it's plenty of 8-year-olds listening to that stuff now. But back, you know, I used to have to go to the store and buy an album.
Right. And you know, I remember being at the mall getting my friend's older brother to buy tapes for me because they wouldn't sell it to me. I remember that.
Yeah.
So this is going back a little bit. Philmore Greene, you remember this joint?
Storytelling.
Yeah.
Storytelling. Like when I automatically think of storytelling. He's one that I studied. So when I hear him, it automatically make me think of the art of storytelling. So when I hear that, I mean, it's called a diary. So you know, storytelling.
Yeah.
And that album cover just it's so simple, but it's super dope.
Yes, it's kind of mysterious too. It's like what's going on? So, all right, next joint is the Weatherman LP by Evidence.
There you go, man.
We'll go with you. You can go first, Philmore Greene.
Y'all saw the email, man. Like that dude. That's the introduction to Mr. Slow Flow.
There you go. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like Evidence, he's that MC. He's not the most lyrical, but the way he deliver it, he makes you realize, especially on that project, he makes you realize that it's not about barring it down, but I can still bar it down. You know what I'm saying? Like I can take a bar and a half off and still get a punchline in. Talking shit to 3 different chicks on text at one time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the way it drops with the beat, like that's not on that project, but that's a line. But Evidence, man, the Weatherman LP, that was the introduction to Mr. Slow Flow. Evidence is in my top 10, bro.
Oh, dope.
Introduction to Mr. Slow Flow right there.
Yeah, man, Mr. Slow Flow. How about you, Hadee?
Yeah.
First word come to mind is beats. Because the beats on that motherfucker, boy.
That motherfucker was slamming.
It's crazy beats on there, like for real.
He does this thing. He does this thing on there. All right, we referenced this album earlier. Someone did. This is The Blueprint by Jay-Z.
Oh, Philmore did earlier.
Yeah, he did. He talked about the Blueprint, baby.
That's right.
Soul for me.
Soul?
First word, soul.
Yeah.
Soul.
Definitely. How about you, Hadee?
I was gonna say soul too, but I could also just say, man, the Blueprint.
Right?
It's you know what I'm saying? It's a blueprint. Like listen to it. You know, he took it back. He took it back in the essence, but he upgraded. You know, also with some you know, groundbreaking sound, because like the type of beats on there, people weren't making beats like that.
Right.
You know, like the soul, just that soul sample vibe.
Yeah.
I mean, it like the way they were doing it, you know, Just Blaze, Kanye, and Bink and all of them. You know, nobody else is doing it at that time.
Man, Bink, a lot of times he doesn't get mentioned too much on this album, but some of my favorite beats on the album is by Bink.
The first song.
Yep.
like, see, you know, I hear when I hear music, I hear something else. I hear the technical things behind it.
Yep.
You know, this dude is chopping this up, and the velocity is going down. You know, it's like the velocity is up and down. Where? You know, like come on, man. Like that beat right there, technically is like one of the craziest chops ever.
Yeah,
definitely.
I
agree.
I think Bink should have had more production on the Blueprint.
Yeah,
respectfully to everybody else, but when he contributed with his contributions to that project is crazy.
That beat, All I Need.
Oh man,
phenomenal, man. I love
that.
And Bink reminded me of how dope he has a joint on the new AZ album, and I'm like, man, this is the joint. All right, you made it through the first round. You know what I'm talking about, Hadee? You know, I forget the name of it, but it's similar to the Jay-Z production. It's got like, I don't know, it's just something about his beats. It's just kind of like he puts a lot in there, and then it's just kind of, you know, kind of tailors off a little bit, then comes back, and then tailors off. It's dope. All right. All right. So this is the bonus round. So it gets a little more serious this round.
Let's go.
I'm gonna show you two different covers, and now you have to pick the one that resonates with you more in 2021. Man. Which album speaks to you more today? All right. Here we go. In this corner over here, we have Only Built for Cuban Links.
Oh no! Don't come on, man!
Phenomenal album.
Don't let the hold on. Wait! Before you lift the second one, it better not be a Wu-Tang album. I got a feeling I know what you finna.
I think you know what I'm about to do. I think you know. And in this corner, we have Supreme Clientele.
How you gonna do that, bro?
Which one speaks to you more in 2021? Can you even pick? You may not be able to pick.
We gonna have to rock, paper, scissors. Who going first?
I know my answer.
Hadee, how about you, man?
Man, Ray. That one, like, you know, Supreme Clientele. I feel like, you know, as far as time goes, because like definitely when Supreme Clientele first came out, my answer would have been different.
Yeah.
But here we are, you know, 20 years later, and I would say Only Built for Cuban Links. You know, I would say that because it's just, man, that hit me. that out, man, Rainy Days.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that Rainy Days, bro. I used to play that on
Ice
repeat. Yeah, Ice Cream.
Man.
What's the other? Incarcerated Scarfaces?
Incarcerated Scarfaces.
Then y'all gonna naming records, man.
Oh man, Verbal Intercourse.
Yeah, with Nas. Yo, teach these niggas how to rhyme, man.
Man, like, that one. I'm sorry. That one song crushes Supreme Clientele.
Yeah, that Verbal Intercourse. When I heard that, I almost lost my mind, bro.
Yeah.
All right, Philmore Greene.
I'm gonna just shut the screen and just leave, bro. I gotta go with Supreme, bro. I gotta go with Supreme.
It's like a phenomenal album, man.
I know I'm gonna really talk to them one day and this will reach them. You know. I gotta go with Supreme because
that Ghost is God. That's your guy. You gotta roll with your people.
But Ray, my guy too, bro.
Okay, mother.
Listen, bro. Look. So I'm gonna go with Supreme simply because, right? Only Built for Cuban Links is one of those projects. What year did it come out?
95, I think.
94, 95.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna give my age away. I don't give a fuck. If it came out 94, I was 10. 95, I was 11. So I really didn't know.
Right.
I had to go back to that. But when Supreme Clientele came out, I was like 16 years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I had
That's a big difference.
I was able to listen to it in real time with the right mind frame.
Yeah.
And you know, and understand some of the stuff he was saying. Like, he was in the zone on that project, bro.
Yeah.
He was in the zone on that project. Supreme Clientele for me. I'm gonna go with Supreme.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. A few more. On this corner, we got Hard to Earn by Gangstar.
Don't do it.
Project. You know where it's going.
Moment of truth, bro. Moment of truth.
But you already know. Moment of truth by Gangstar.
I'm gonna answer that one. Moment of truth.
I knew you were going for this one.
Yeah, I knew what you was doing. Moment of truth for me, simply because that's the project that made me know what I want to do as far as boom bap goes. That's what made me say I want to do this type of music right here.
Right. Yeah.
So moment of truth for me.
Love that album. How about you, Hadee?
Moment of truth for me as well, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar reason?
Huh?
I said similar reason?
Yeah, similar reason, man.
Yeah.
I just got so many memories with Moment of Truth.
Too.
Earn was a little bit early for me.
Okay.
But man, Moment of Truth, man.
Wow. That's dope.
All right. I love this is my favorite Gangstar album, so.
Yeah, me too. I like Full Clip too.
Dang, I think
Full Clip was fire too.
Yeah, that was. I think the Raekwon Ghost might have been the hardest one, but I don't know. I'm gonna try to outdo that one. Philmore. I'm gonna try to make this one even harder for you.
What you got?
We'll see. All right, in this corner we got Stillmatic.
Come on, man.
And over here we have I Am by Nas.
Damn, dog.
That's just tough, bro.
I Am. He was in that bag. That's similar to the Supreme Clientele. You know, it's not similar to Supreme Clientele, but during my time of studying and coming up to date, when I really jumped off the porch listening to hip hop, that's one of the projects I listened to a whole lot, and I studied first. You know, on the catching up side of the game.
Yeah.
But Stillmatic though, Blood of a Sweat, Blood of a Slave, Heart of a King, Rewind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was heavy.
Those are good. Hadee, how about you? Which one?
Stillmatic for me.
Stillmatic?
Yeah, man.
There you go. Yeah.
You're the man.
That's a good album.
Yes.
Both of them are dope albums.
Shout out Lawrence Pro.
Well, thank you for playing the game, fellas. That was fun.
Yeah.
Celebrating hip hop albums. Yeah. And Iomas and Profound, they don't have to play anymore. They can just sit there and watch the agony. Trying to pick.
Dude, it's dope.
Philmore was like, "Come on, man.
I knew what was going on. I knew what was going on.
But you know, you bring up something that's really real with music, because where you are in your life when you hear an album makes all the difference in the world. There can be an album that's the greatest album of all time, but if you're just not in the right space when you heard it, you're gonna like another album more. You know, it's just that's how music is, man. It's all about the experience you have with it.
There's reasons why I only listen to Bulletproof Wallets probably twice.
Oh,
Ghostface. It's reasons why I don't. Probably like twice.
That's crazy. You brought up that album. I was listening to the album today. That's wild.
I listened to it like twice.
Wow.
That's
it. Yeah, it just brings up too much.
Yeah. Bad time. You know.
Yeah, and that's it. Music can bring up good memories, bad memories. You know,
it's music, man.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm really hoping that as a result of tonight, we get a few more people to go out and listen to y'all music. If you have not heard, I think it was December of last year is when Survival Scroll came out by Philmore Greene. Just a great album. I recommend it all the way through, and really dope. Like, your album covers are really dope too, man. That album, the new album Knowledge and Power, also a really dope album cover with you got the gun on the one side and the book on the other.
I'll tell you, I want to write a piece about that art cover right there. I am. I'm gonna call you and interview you, have a conversation, but I'm gonna write a piece about that art. That artwork is nuts, bro.
That's good, bro.
That's Chicago, bro. That's Chicago. When I saw that, I'm like, Joe, that's Chicago in a nutshell, bro. That's what it is. Like,
Ailfax, man. Salute to Ailfax. He that's the homie that did the artwork. AOFX is a cat, man. He works all around the clock. You know what I'm saying? AOFX is that dude. With that knowledge and power artwork, it had to be about 75 edits.
Oh, really?
It took place within 3 in the morning to like 7 in the morning.
Wow.
We were just texting and he was fixing shit. He was sending it back. AOFX is he's an artist that he gets busy, bro. Like,
yo, it's funny that cover. I remember when I first saw that cover. I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw the gun side, and I was like, "Oh man, dang it!" You know, kind of like I was talking about earlier. It's like, man, I want some more, uplifting music. And then I saw the book side, and I was like, "Oh, okay, all right, let's see." And then I jumped in. I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, this is super dope." So I love the and it's a very good cover as far as like sometimes you see a cover and then you listen to the music and be like, that has nothing to do with that artwork. Like it's two different things, but this really goes with the art. So nice job there. Listen, the last thing we do on the Boom Bap Chat is we do our shout outs. And so we'll go around the circle, and Hadee and Philmore Greene will swing it to you last, so you can have the last word of the night. But before we do the shout outs, I just want to let people know, hey, if you have not heard their music before, Philmore Greene,
you better get on it.
Yeah, just go to the Bandcamp, wherever, find his music, support it. Yeah, it's super dope. Same with Rashid Hadee. His music is incredible. He's got production credit, but also an MC. So make sure you check him out and support these guys, because they're making some of the best hip hop out right now, in my personal opinion. So support that. Any other places you want to send people, like any social media or anything like that, where you like people to follow you? Philmore Greene.
I want to send people. The bank account route number is.
Your Cash App up.
Yeah, Cash App is.
That's what we should do. We should
start doing that, bro.
Cash App up.
Nah. But Philmore Greene, all media platforms, all social media platforms, PHILMORE and Green with an E at the end, everywhere. Go stream those projects, man. And man. Stream them joints, bro.
Hadee, go ahead. Sorry. Hadee, any places you like to send people to follow you online?
Follow at Rashid Hadee, all platforms.
Okay.
Also, RashidHadee.com.
Oh, you got the website. Nice. All right, cool. Well, we'll let you all have the final word here for the shout outs. But first, we'll throw it over to Iomas Mawad. Who you want to shout out tonight, Iomas?
Man, so many people. Since we on the west side of things, just want to dedicate this show to my brother B.O., who passed away from the west side, from Lawndale. Shout out to him. I miss my brother, man, dearly. Shout out my beautiful wife. Shout out the Boom Bap Chat brothers, Till, Profound, Stowe, Bo, Joe November. Shout out home team, Chicago, South Side, West Side, all sides. You know what I'm saying? My people, Rashid Hadee, GQ, Fifth. Man, just so many people. Taiwan, Akbar, just the whole Chicago period. Like the young sister Brittany, we got to try to get on here from Chicago too. Shout out to her. Shout out my family. For sure. Shout out my people in Detroit. My family that's in the D, and shout out my people that's in Toronto, where I'm at right now. So yeah, man, much love and respect, and much love and respect to Rashid Hadee. Thanks for coming, and you too, my brother Philmore, man. Thank you for taking the time to come on the show. It's been a blessing, man. Y'all making me feel like I'm back home, man. I appreciate y'all that brought home to me. So
this is fun,
so much, man. This is beautiful,
thank you.
Man. So. It's a beautiful night. So thank y'all, man. Thank you.
Thank you for having us, bro.
No doubt.
Thank you, Iomas. Profound. How about you, man?
Man, I usually shout the kids out. They all over the floor. So, man, I'm doing something different, man. I'm gonna shout out the crew, of course. You, Till, Io, Big Stowe, Bo, and Joe. Man, Philmore Greene, thank you again. Shout you out, man, for coming. And Rashid, brother, man, I've been a fan of yours since before I met you, brother. So definitely a shout to you, man. And I really wanted to shout out, man, some people from Chicago, man, that definitely come across my radar, man. One of my mentors, Tony Baines, my man, of course, SC Star Child, Kenny Keys, Tommy Skillfinger, my man Dion No ID, Doug Infinite, Cool Out Chris, Taiwan, DJ Immaculate, Fifth Element, you know, the Moment, of course, Panic, PNS, Memo, man, bro, and just everybody, man. You know, we got a lot going on at the crib. I'm out here in the desert right now, but I feel like I'm back at home too. So, man, you know, that's what it is this week, y'all.
Sure. Right on. Thank you, Profound. Definitely want to shout out you guys. I am Osmo Bride, Profound, Big Stowe, my man Bo Brown, and Joe November. Yo, want to shout out Taiwan Davis, who's going to be joining us next Thursday. We're going to keep the Chicago vibe going another week. So shout out to you, Taiwan Davis. Really looking forward to that. Shout out to John Foster and Meeks from Southern Vanguard. They're going to be with us after Thanksgiving in December. So shout out to them. Shout out to everyone. Man, this book, man, the Boom Bap Review Volume 3, people are pre-ordering it, and it's just exciting to see all these pre-orders coming through. So shout out to everyone who's saving your money and getting the new Ion Mas Marad by pre-ordering. So shout out to you all for that. And finally, man, a shout out to Chicago. You know, Chicago has produced some, you know, top tier lyricists and producers, as evident from these fellas here in the Boom Bap Chat tonight. And Capital D and All Natural. I think that was the first Chicago album I heard outside of Common, and man, I just fell in love with that crew and then Iron Moss and everybody else. So shout out Capital D and All Natural, and shout out to this new album, man, Knowledge and Power. It's such a great album. Again, I encourage everyone to check it out. Yeah, no doubt. Check out this album. It's dope. And shout out to everyone that tuned in tonight on Facebook and YouTube. Ian, Mark, Marcus, everyone. Appreciate y'all. And finally, shout out to you, Rashid Hadee. Thank you for coming through on, you know, split moment, impromptu style, just jumping in. It was crazy. We were talking about you when you called, so that's dope. So thank you for being here and all that you do and the dope music you're putting out. And Philmore Greene, same to you. Thanks for the incredible music that you're putting out. It's very inspiring, really dope. So just appreciate you both. Yeah, for being here. Thank you. And I'll turn it over. Rashid Hadee, who you want to shout out tonight?
Man, you know what? I want to shout out all the people that enjoy the music and vibe with us and just let our sounds, you know, fit into that life, fit into that lifestyle, that culture, whatever. Working out to the music, going on road trips to the music, riding the train to work. You know what I'm saying? I just, you know, shout out all them. You know, shout out to everybody that's been, you know, just rocking with us, showing love, just like y'all are right now, you know what I'm saying, with this whole platform right here. But, man, shout out to NRFS. That's a project I'm dropping November 19th. Yeah, my man Neek, Fable, and Sense 96. You know, we got that group project. We've been working on that for a minute. So, yeah, shout out to them cats, man. We making it happen.
Right on, man.
We gotta get y'all on the show when that project release, bro.
Definitely.
Yeah, November 19th. November 19th.
Sure. All right, dope. We'll be checking for that for sure. All right. Philmore Greene, take it away, man. Who you want to shout out tonight?
Oh man, shout out to you guys for having me first and foremost, man. And shout out to you guys for having me. Shout out to everybody that support the music, everybody that streamed the music, everybody that show love overall. You know what I mean? Normally when I name names and shit, I'll be forgetting people, and then hit me afterwards and feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But I you know, just salute to all my people, my brothers and my family, and you know, shout out to everybody that's rocking with me, man. Let's continue to keep this thing going. We're gonna continue to drop this great music, and more music on the way. More music on the way, man. We ain't gonna stop this. We're gonna keep it going. It's gonna be some dope. It's gonna be a good 2022.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So more music on the way, and we moving, man. You know, we gotta do this. Shout out to y'all though for having me. This was fun.
Yeah, no doubt. We'll definitely want you back. And again, go get the album, people. Knowledge and Power. It's a super dope album. Go get it. And on that note, we say
peace.
Peace.